Hello everyone, good evening. I'm Shreya Dhoundial. It is good to see you. It is day one of the special session of Parliament that is hoping to achieve a historic legislation by the end of Saturday. Question is, can the government manage to pass the most troubled bill in India's history, which has been hanging fire for the last 30 years? The intent and the attempt are in place. Today, the Lok Sabha will be sitting till 11 p.m. and see the opposition and government continue to challenge each other. On the positive side, it is always good to see Parliament have nuanced and detailed debates about something as important as the women's bill. On the not so positive side, by the looks of it, the bill may fail the numbers test. Two-thirds majority is needed to pass a constitutional amendment, and well, on paper, as of today, the NDA does not have the numbers. When the opposition unanimously supported the bill in 2023, question is, why is it doing exactly the opposite in 2026? Well, because the government has bundled the women's bill with delimitation, which means redrawing the map of India and increasing the number of seats in the Lok Sabha from 543 to 816. The government says more seats are needed to accommodate the 33% women MPs who will be coming in. But, ladies and gentlemen, the opposition is seeing this as a conspiracy to use the women's bill as a shield, as a tool, and bring delimitation from the back door. Leaders from the South, led by Stalin, have called this the BJP's ploy to reduce the representation of the South, from where the Saffron Party gets very, very little in terms of votes. In fact, today, let's put out those pictures. In fact, today, Tamil Nadu's Chief Minister tore a copy. Yes, he tore a copy of the delimitation bill and then flagged off a black flag protest. There he is on your screens right now. In turn, the Prime Minister in Parliament today, during the debate, gave his personal guarantee and said that the number of seats and representation will not see a change when it comes to the South. Home Minister Amit Shah, in fact, put out the math. He said, right now, the South sends some 129 MPs to the Lok Sabha. Can we just put out those as well? This is Amit Shah's calculation on the floor of the House. He said right now, the South is sending how many MPs to the House? He's sending 129 MPs to the Lok Sabha. Post-delimitation, the calculation is that the number of MPs in the South will go up to 195. And if you calculate, the percentage of their representation in the Lok Sabha will remain unchanged at about 23.76%, and it will go up to some 23.96%, which is almost 24%, which means a slight increase in the proportion of MPs who come from the South, but no decrease, most importantly. Ladies and gentlemen, as you take a look at those pictures, at the end of it, the Prime Minister joked that every auspicious moment needs a Kala Tika, a reference to the DMK's black flag protest. Excellent speeches today. Here are some of the excerpts that we have managed to club together for you.
और पराजय का डर जरा हैरान करने वाला होता है, लेकिन अपने यहाँ जब कोई भी शुभ काम होता है उसको नजर न लग जाए, इसलिए काला टीका लगाने की परंपरा है। मैं आपका धन्यवाद करता हूं काला टीका लगाने के लिए, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
अगर पद खोने का डर नहीं है तो कुछ लोग अपना पद खो लें। इसी में से एससी एसटी का जो दर्जा है, एससी एसटी में महिलाओं का आरक्षण 33% हो जाए, 1/3 आरक्षण हो जाए, ओबीसी का भी उचित आरक्षण हो जाए, आज पारित हो सकता है। शुभ काम भी हो जाएगा, बेवजह प्रक्रियाहीन परसीमन से देश का नुकसान भी नहीं होगा और काला टीका भी काम आ जाएगा।
हम सब जानते हैं हर एक ने कैसे चालाकी की, हर बार चतुराई की। बिल्कुल हम तो इसके पक्ष में ही हैं, लेकिन हम इसके साथ ही है, लेकिन हर बार कोई न कोई टेक्निकल पूंछ लगा दी इसको और इसको रोका गया। आपको करना नहीं है, लेकिन कहने की हिम्मत भी नहीं है, और इसलिए टेक्निकल बहानेबाजी, ये करो तो ये, वो करो तो वो, डिगरा करो। अब देश की नारी को नहीं समझा पाओगे।
मुझे लगता है कि यहाँ आकर प्रधानमंत्री जी राहुल जी का मजाक तो बना लेते हैं, लेकिन घर जाके उनकी बातों पर गौर करते हैं, क्योंकि हम आज उसी बात पर चर्चा कर रहे हैं। वैसे आज प्रधानमंत्री जी की बातों से ये लगा कि भाजपा ही महिला आरक्षण के चैंपियन, प्रस्तावक और सबसे बड़े समर्थक रहे हैं। इनके पूरे भाषण में यही बात थी, जबकि ये कह रहे थे कि इन्हें इसका श्रेय नहीं चाहिए। कोई भी महिला आपको बता देगी कि बार बार बहकाने वाले पुरुषों को महिलाएं झट से पहचान लेती हैं। थोड़ी सावधानी बरत लीजिए, पकड़े जाएंगे।
But the Narendra Modi government has decided to bring a new equation to the scheme, which is going to give more seats to all states, more representation, and while doing this, follow the constitutional mandate of delimitation based on one vote, one value principle. This, according to me, Speaker Sir, is the most practical, genius solution that anybody could have come on. The argument that the opposition is making, the Chief Minister of Telangana has made, is to propose a very interesting hybrid model of linking the population of the state along with the GSDP, the state's per capita contribution and the state's gross development of the state. ये किस प्रकार के argument है? अध्यक्ष जी, if you will take this argument further forward, Mukesh Ambani will have 1 lakh vote and somebody like us will have only 1 vote. Is this the kind of logic that the Congress wants to build?
2029 में लाना चाहते हो, कृपया लाइए। पर जो बात आपकी, जो हर बात में आप जो राजनीति करते हो, सिंबोलिज्म की पॉलिटिक्स जो करते हो, ये साफ साफ इस आपके इस बिल में, तीनों बिल में दिख रहा है कि ये आपका महिला आरक्षण लाने का बिल नहीं है, ये देश को बैकडोर के द्वारा परिसीमन करने का ये बिल है। ये आपकी मंशा है, महिला आरक्षण बिल नहीं है, ये हम परिसीमन की आपकी ये मंशा है। उस पे आप महिला आरक्षण का आपने एक लेबल लगा दिया है, ढांचा लगा दिया है।
Dinner, ladies and gentlemen, has been arranged for all MPs in the Lok Sabha because they will be sitting in the House till 11 p.m. The debate goes on till 11 p.m. The Prime Minister has spoken today. Amit Shah once again will speak tomorrow. And at 4 o'clock is when the voting is expected. And yes, Rahul Gandhi is going to be speaking tomorrow as well. Now, if the bill does manage to get passed with a 2/3 majority, right now the government doesn't have the numbers, then of course the whole process starts in the Rajya Sabha as well. Welcoming my guest this evening, thank you very much, Anila Singh ji, spokesperson of the BJP, long time. Tushar Gupta, back in the studio with us. Thank you very much, Tushar. Nikhat Abbas, spokesperson of the Congress Party. Hi, Nikhat. Dr. Yazini PM, spokesperson of the DMK. Dr. Yazini, good to have you on the show. And Patabi Ramakomareddy is a national spokesperson of the TDP. He's joining us on the broadcast. Dr. Yazini, I'm going to start with you since you are the spokesperson of the DMK, and it is southern satraps led by MK Stalin who have raised a black flag of protest against delimitation. My question to you is, today on the floor of the House, there is a guarantee that has been given by the Prime Minister of this country to say that there will be no discrimination against any state, south or north. Then the Home Minister came in and gave a set of numbers. He did the calculation and he said right now the MPs from the south represent some 23.76% of all MPs, and once the delimitation exercise is finished and the number of MPs goes up to 816, then too the representation of south MPs will remain 23.96%, which means a slight increase, no decrease. So what is this black flag protest about? Why the protest when the formula, the 50% formula, seems to be fair, at least on paper?
First of all, let me ask you a question before answering you. Do you really think that the women have to wait for delimitation or the seats to be increased to give, to be given a 50% or 30% of seat reservation in the parliament? Do you really think that? Will you be okay if you're told that you'll be given a job only when the seats, number of seats of journalists are increased in your channel? Will you be okay with it? Are there women some extra baggages out here? I don't understand why the BJP has to link women reservation and delimitation. You're basically putting, two democratic questions against each other, and you're allowing only one to win. And with regards to the percentage, it's a basic logic that these, how will the representation be, or the percentage of the seats be equal or the same if you're going to do a delimitation exercise based on the 2011 census? So we have had Narendra Modi and the Amit Shah, who've been lying to the southern states constantly, right from the GST or the fund allocation. Even right now, you've given us such a short notice while the important states are in election. We were on the field today. We had to go for the campaigning, and then we had to protest, and now we have to sit for the debate. What timing is this? Okay. You know that the states of West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Kerala have been opposing the delimitation, and what is this timing of bringing in the delimitation?
Okay, Dr. Yazini, what is the principal problem? Is the principal problem the timing? Because it can be argued that India is constantly in election mode. Or is the problem the fact that you think the number of seats in the south will go down? First, you have to decide what the primary problem is. Now, if the primary problem is states like Tamil Nadu feeling that the number of seats are going to come down, because, according to you, this will be based on the 2011 census, the government is saying it's not based on the 2011 census. It is not based on the 2027 census either. It is a plain and simple formula. 50% increase in the current number of seats for all states. It's a simple formula. It is not based on 2011. It is not based on 2026. If it was based on 2011, the number of seats in the south would have gone down. If it was based on 2026, again, the number of seats in the south would have gone down. It is based on a formula where the number of seats in the south will only increase, not decrease.
See, the 50% increase in the seats that they're talking about right now, they're saying that the increase in the numbers is to reserve the supernumerary seats that they're creating for the women representatives. Correct. Right? And then this will be followed by the delimitation, wherein the constituencies will be, rearranged. And we've also seen how the, certain constituencies have been almost like a gerrymandering has been done in the northeastern states by the BJP government. And with regards to the delimitation, we had, Amit Shah coming down to the Tamil Nadu, and he said it will be done on a pro rata basis. And recently, the Hindu, it released the numbers. They have clearly given us the data, wherein they clearly say that the representation of the southern states are going down when these delimitation is going to happen. I think the Shreya should at least believe their fellow journalists. Right,
I will tell you the problem. You're quoting the Hindu. I'll tell you the problem. See, even we did our set of calculations. The fact is that the 50% formula wali baat came in only yesterday, right? Before that, everyone was doing a calculation on the 2011 census. After that, after there was so much hangama because the southern states protested, the centre came out and clarified. Kiran Rijiju yesterday said, before the Prime Minister said it on the floor of the House today, that the formula is 50%, nothing has to do with 2011. So I'm not doubting the Hindus' numbers, but those numbers change when there is a change in statement from the government. The government has now clarified.
Where is the statement? Some oral statements are not going to be, it can't be accepted. My question,
Home Minister spoke today. You're saying, where is the statement? Dr. Yazini, the Home Minister did calculation. You, I'm sure, in front of your TV, just like I was. Full calculation he's done.
Okay, why as the seats are being increased to 850? Why?
Why not?
Give me the answer. Why?
A couple of reasons. A couple of reasons.
I'm sorry?
A couple of reasons. But if I give you the answer, then I will be told by everyone that I speak more than my guests on the show. So I will give Tushar the chance to tell you why not. But the fact is that since 1977, there has been no increase in the number of seats in the Lok Sabha while our population has expanded. So one MP in this country represents 25 lakh people, madam.
Population in certain states have not been brought under the control while the southern states have taken.
Chalo, Tushar Gupta aa jaiye. Please come in.
No. See, the DMK spokesperson is shifting goalposts as per her convenience. She said, why do you need to increase the number of seats? In Kerala, 16 lakh people on average have one MP. In Haryana, that number jumps to 25 lakh. Tamil Nadu has 18 lakh people on average represented by one MP. In Karnataka, that's 21 lakh. Between the states itself, be it the southern states or the North Indian states, there is certain variance that needs to be addressed. And that is why the number of seats are being increased in terms of absolute numbers. Now, the DMK's rightful concern was, I'm using the word rightful concern was that we would be ending up paying the price for controlling our birth rates. The Home Minister has given a straightforward calculation that there will be a 50% increase in the number of seats. So Tamil Nadu goes from 39 to 59. Their proportion, their percentage in terms of the total number of seats remains the same right now. And so is the case for Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana. Now, the third question is, how will you ensure this happens legally? Ma'am, the law says it will happen as per Article 81. There are 4 magical words in Article 81 that everyone has missed. That the seats would be decided so far as practicable. The proportion would be decided so far as practicable. So they are factoring in that ambiguity, and the 50% increase would be taken into account. And mind you, maybe you do not trust the NDA, you do not trust the BJP. But in 2002, the same NDA was happy to freeze the proportion at the 1976 amendment part. So I don't know where your concern comes from. Your concern on day one was we are going to be underrepresented. That has been addressed. Your concern was that the southern states would be, diluted. Their political stake will be diluted. That has been addressed. You were saying that we will be penalized. That has been addressed. So at this point, you're just fear-mongering, nothing else.
Dr. Yazini, I just want you to look at this, just one example that we are putting out. Can we put out that graphic? Yes, this graphic where we specifically are looking at Tamil Nadu. Madhya Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, mota, if you go by the 2011 census, Dr. Yazini, the population is almost the same, 27.26 crores versus Tamil Nadu's population of 7.21 crores, right? Roughly the same. How many Lok Sabha seats for Tamil Nadu, ma'am, right now? 39. How many Lok Sabha seats for Madhya Pradesh right now, ma'am? 29. In any case, you have an advantage right now. This advantage carries forward even post delimitation.
Yes.
I agree to your point that where is the need to link delimitation to the Women's Reservation Bill? To a certain extent, I will agree to you there. But you are not at a disadvantage. You are not at a disadvantage now. In fact, you are at an advantage. And even post delimitation, you will continue to be in advantage, not disadvantage. Then why this quote-unquote fear-mongering by the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu? Why burn, a copy of the bill? Why raise black flags?
Okay. So first, let me just bring out a fact here. In 2018, there was a bill on women, discussion about the women reservation in Rajya Sabha, wherein the CPM MP T.K. Rangarajan had asked an amendment for the presidential address, wherein he said the amendment should be in a way that women's reservation bill should be passed. DMK and the other parties, they supported the bill, whereas the BJP and the ADMK, they defeated the amendment. So the BJP should not talk about, or the speaker today, he asked in the parliament that, are you guys against women reservation, right? So there was a bill in the Rajya Sabha without any conditionality, which was opposed by the BJP, and it was brought down. So please don't bring in the, the face or the mask of women's supporters or the, upholders here with regards to the women reservation bill. Again, we are demanding a women reservation bill should be brought in the current seats of 543, which is very much possible, but the BJP is trying to, bring in the delimitation through the back door. Now, coming to your question, in 1961, the Tamil Nadu's population was 3.37 crores, and now it's about 7.6 crores.
Correct.
The increase in the population is about 126%. Wherein Madhya Pradesh, it was 3.24 crores, and now it is 8.8 crores. And the increase in the percentage is about 172. Whereas in Rajasthan, it is about 287. Overall, India has an increase grown about 220%. Southern states have very clearly, wasn't it the union government that asked the states to control the population?
Yes.
Wasn't the states that asked? So why are we being penalized? Why?
You're not. You're not.
1 second.
No, you're
From
not.
the 25%.
Please. No, you're not being penalized, ma'am.
No, Shreya, you're talking about just one state. You're just talking about Madhya Pradesh.
I'll give you the list.
No, you want a comparison with Rajasthan? I'll give you a comparison with Rajasthan as well.
Hold on. Shreya,
I can give you multiple comparisons.
Shreya, can I give some numbers, please?
Ek minute,
Can I give some numbers?
I think Tushar wants to respond very quickly, then we'll get in the other guests. We just can't have a discussion amongst the three of us. Yes, please go ahead.
Again, Dr. Yazni is misleading the viewers of Times now. If the 2011 population was used as a benchmark, Tamil Nadu would be getting 49 seats, but they're getting 59. Kerala would be getting 23 seats, but they're getting 30. Karnataka would be getting 41 seats, but they're getting 42. Andhra would get 33, they're getting 37. Telangana would get 24, they were getting 25. They are not being penalized for their lower birth rate. Please understand, the government has specifically said that the southern states did well when it came to controlling the birth rates, and they are not going to be penalized, and that explains the 50% increase, which is possible through Article 81. Please, Dr. Yazni, do not mislead the people of Tamil Nadu and the viewers of Times.
Okay, Nikhad Abbas, then, while the opposition right now is united in their opposition against the delimitation bill, and I understand why, the Congress party and the DMK seem to be saying two very different things. The DMK is saying, do not fix seats based on the number of population, on the number of people in a particular state, because we have done very well when it comes to population control. So don't penalize us. You are saying, and your leaders on the floor of the House today have said that whatever you need to do, you need to base it on the 2026 census, because otherwise representation for the OBCs will be left out. So it seems that the DMK and the Congress party are not on the same page, at least as far as the 2026 census is concerned.
Good evening, Shreya, to you, my co-panelists, and the viewers of Times Now. Firstly, I am not the spokesperson of DMK. I am the spokesperson for Congress, so I can speak about my party. You have the representative from DMK. I mean, you can ask the questions from her. So coming down to my party and my party's line, so we clearly call this out clearly that this is not empowerment, this is delay by design. The government firstly entangled the women's reservation bill with the delimitation and census, and we all know the reality that the women's reservation bill can be implemented right away. At this very moment, there is no constitutional compulsion to either link it with census or delimitation. But still there's a delay. Why is the delay? Because this uncertain time which has been given by the government, it helps the government to gain the political power, the political push to have democracy structured in their own very way. Because I do not understand that, and it also is strange that the PM spoke for about 40 minutes today, but not even a single word for delimitation, not even a single thing he said about that. Why? This silence, I must say,
there was no silence.
This is not accidental.
There was no silence.
This is a political
He addressed
strategy.
the concerns of the South.
I do not understand that why is he shying. No, Shreya, allow me for 10 seconds. I do not understand
गलत चीज नहीं बोलो ना. देखो गलत चीज नहीं बोलो शो पे.
Speaking about the main issue, quota within quota.
He spoke about delimitation. He addressed the concerns of the South. He gave his own personal guarantee. And you're saying he didn't address the issue of delimitation?
Talking about no, please. No, but Shreya, it's good when we do not back the government as an anchor. I mean, sorry to say that, but I do not understand that what is that factual information he gave you or any of us about the delimitation.
You are accusing me of backing the Prime Minister.
He spoke nothing about the quota within
My
quota,
worst critics
which
don't
is
say
the
that.
most important thing about the OBC women. I mean, when you come to social justice, I do not understand that why the Prime Minister and our government become so selective. The Prime Minister must have forgotten that how the political foundation for the women was that had come in the leadership of Rajiv Gandhi ji. He should have been learning from him. He should have been carrying the legacy.
Nikhat, what is your point?
Fact, he should have been taking it up.
Nikhat, I want to know what is your point.
Strategy for a selective.
Do you want to wait for the 2026 census?
You should talk about.
एक मिनट. Do you want to wait for the 2026 census and then say कि अच्छा 2034 में ही हम चलो लागू कर लेते हैं? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, of course. आपको 2024 में no, Shreya, they should have implemented if they were so serious and they were so clear. I do not understand that why did they not implement it when they have the unanimous support of all the parties.
No,
the entire nation.
That is a valid point.
Why
that is a valid point.
Now when you're doing it, let's do it on the basis of 2026 census. That's what we're seeing.
Then you're delaying it to 2034. अब आप देखो आप कर क्या रहे हो?
नहीं डीले किसने करा है मुझे बताओ श्रेया 2011 का सेंसस इट वाज सपोज्ड टू हैपन इन
पहले डीले गवर्नमेंट ने किया फिर गवर्नमेंट ने यू टर्न लिया देन द गवर्नमेंट इज सेइंग ओके वी हैव चेंज्ड आवर माइंड्स अब हम थोड़ा पहले कर लेते हैं बट नाउ द ऑपोजिशन हैज अ प्रॉब्लम
Shreya, this is very simple. Shreya, this is very simple. Since 12 years, BJP has been in power. I do not understand as to why they have been not giving a blueprint on census and delimitation. All of a sudden, they do census. All of a sudden, after completely rejecting the caste
Good
census
point.
because they
Good
get
point.
some
Good point.
repatriation.
Good point. Let Dr. Anila Singh come in. Anila Singh ji, good evening. Question is simple. This is a simple question that the opposition has been asking, but no jawab has been coming from the BJP. Simply no answer from the BJP. Please help us understand that if the government is so serious about the women's reservation bill and giving 33% reservation to women in parliament in the Lok Sabha, they can very well do it today. If they base it on, if they give 33% in these 543 seats that we have. What is the problem in that?
My Ram Ram to all, and I really fail to understand why so much of aggression in Congress party. And as a woman spokesperson and as a young fiery leader, I would love to see Nikhat in parliament or in the assembly because she can really contribute there and she can show that aggression for the betterment of this country. You asked me that why not from 543 seats, present 543 seats? Why don't you give reservation from that? Do you think that these political parties ever, they are going to say yes for that?
Well, they are saying
out of 543 seats, almost 180 seats will be given to women.
They did vote for it in 2023, na?
मैं वही कह रही हूँ
2023 में they voted exactly for this.
श्रेया जी जो 2023 में जो सब लोगों ने मिलकर पास किया है वो जो प्रेजेंट डे एक्ट बना है वो सब लोगों ने मिलकर किया था. They had agreed. What was put on the floor, they had agreed to it.
Correct.
At that time, they were one because these political parties, in real sense, they do not want to empower women, and we know this thing very well since last 3 decades. That how this bill had been, rolling around, but nobody had taken it seriously. But in today's date, if I say that Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji got it finalized, made it an act, and today when he says, okay, let us bring an amendment. And let us implement it in 2029. What is the problem?
हो गया था. वो तो धुरंधर 1, धुरंधर 2, धुरंधर 3 टाइप हो रहा है अभी.
नहीं धुरंधर 4 भी हो जाए तो क्या परेशानी, इनको क्या दिक्कत हो रही कि नहीं
फिर और 10 साल लटक जाएगा. नो परेशानी. It has been hanging fire for 30 years. और 10 साल लटका दीजिए, क्या फर्क पड़ रहा है?
आप मुझे हर 10 सेकंड में
अच्छा सॉरी अनिला जी, सॉरी आप बोलिए.
हर 10 सेकंड में आप इंटरजेक्ट करो, मैं चुप होकर बैठ जाऊं.
नहीं आप बोलिए. आप चुप ना हुई है भाई, आप बोलिए.
है ना, बोलने का मौका तो देना चाहिए. So those opposing or delaying this bill are engaging in intellectual obfuscation and political prostration.
Okay.
And who is the sufferer? The women are the sufferer. Okay. I just have to say one thing. Please, no fear psychosis. Do not do that. If women are going to participate in parliament or in the assemblies from 2029, that should be welcome. Okay. The main fear of the opposition is, delimitation thing. They're scared of that. And the accusation from the opposition, अरे ये लोग तो अपने accordingly जो है ना ये constituencies को frame up कर देंगे. भाई जब आप लोगों ने delimitation कराया होगा तब भी आप हारे थे. Do you think that the people of this country they are going to vote according to the delimitation boundaries? Of course not. They do judge that whom they have to vote.
It's called gerrymandering, and it is a real thing. Constituencies can be arranged to suit people politically. And Tushar, give me some time to speak to Kumar Reddy sir as well, because he's been very silently waiting for the last 27 seconds. So I'm going to firstly deeply thank him for his patience, and he's smiling also. Otherwise, people would have got upset with me, but Mr. Kumar Reddy is smiling. I'm grateful for that only these days. Mr. Kumar Reddy, all very well for government to display intent, intention, everything, all very well to field good speakers. But sir, does your government have the numbers? You require a 2/3 majority in the Lok Sabha, and you don't have 2/3 majority in the Lok Sabha. When you already knew this, why did you bring in the technicality of delimitation accompanied with the women's reservation bill?
Shreya, if you talk about numbers, see, I don't think anyone in this country would be against the women of this country. I don't think any MP, whether it be in the Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, they can say that we are against the women of this country. And I don't see any reason why they have to oppose this. Even the delimitation also, as you have rightly said, the Prime Minister and the Honorable Home Minister have made it categorically very clear that no state is going to lose. Andhra Pradesh, I am benefiting with an increase of 13 seats. Tamil Nadu is benefiting with an increase of another 20. Why should you oppose? And the other thing is, Shreya, they're asking, why do you need to increase the number? I'm asking a straight question. Do you want 180 women MPs in Parliament or 260 plus? If it is 540, it is only 180. If it is 850, it is,
so we can start
it is
with
going
180.
to be 260. So are you for 180 or 260?
We can start
do you want
with
more
180.
women MPs?
Because if we, if the government continues with its stance of clubbing it with delimitation, then we will not even have that 180, na? You understand what I'm saying? Because the opposition is in no mood to let the women's reservation bill pass if it is accompanied by delimitation.
I am very confident, Shreya, I am very confident. The Telugu Desam party, see, on behalf of TDP, we are strongly backing these bills, and I'm very confident that tomorrow in both the houses, the numbers will add up. And as far as Mr. Stalin is concerned, he is just, trying to play some kind of a political drama before the voting in Tamil Nadu because he's losing ground there. So he wants to rake up some kind of a sentiment to garner few more votes because he's losing in Tamil Nadu. Why should he protest if is Mr. Stalin against Tamil Nadu getting an addition of 20 seats? There is no reason why Stalinji had to protest. Just because there are elections around the corner, he wants to rake up some kind of a sentiment and garner few more votes, which is not going to happen.
But then Revanth Reddy is facing no election. Revanth Reddy is facing no election. He is also protesting, sir. Right?
Sir, see, Shreya, just for the cause of opposing, if you do these kind of things, see, you'll see already the Congress is out of almost 70 to 80% of the map of this country, and they'll lose the remaining 15-20% also. So I hope that they open their eyes now and support this bill unanimously. No state in southern part of India is going to lose.
This is the Dharam Sankat that Priyanka Gandhi has spoken about. That you will end up making the opposition the villain because you will portray that the opposition is not willing to vote for the women's reservation bill, while the opposition actually is for delimitation. Tushar, my simple question, since you are someone who understands numbers, don't take more than 10 seconds because my producer is already very upset with me for overshooting my time as always. Tushar, does the government have the numbers to push the bill through in the Lok Sabha? Kal hai voting.
I'll be direct with you. You will have certain MPs cross-voting. That is an inevitability. Or else, I think the numbers are clearly not there. But you might have actually some cross-voting from the Aam Aadmi Party, from the YSRCP. You will see that.
All right, chalo dekhte hain kal. Tomorrow 4 o'clock is when the voting is expected, so we'll all keep an eye out on that. I hope I can have all of you back on at 7 o'clock tomorrow as well. Everyone, thank you very much for your time. Anila ji, thank you very much. Apologies for interrupting you every 10 seconds. Nikat Abbas, good to have you on the show. Dr. Yazini, thank you very much. And Dr. Koma Reddy, thank you for being such a sport and smiling through the 27-minute wait that we subjected you to. Thank you very much. On that note, a quick break. There's more on the other side. Do stay with us.